Turning right now to the coronavirus here in Connecticut, effective immediately, vaccinated people do not need to wear a mask outside unless they're out and about with a big crowd.
And Connecticut is following the CDC's recommendation. While this is welcome news to many, others are finding it's going to be difficult to leave that mask behind. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Matthew Campbell is live. He is tapping into the psychology behind all of this. Matthew.
Yeah, Aaron and Mark, it's definitely going to be different because we took this thing everywhere we went last year, and we still need to bring them to places like stores or indoor dining. But in many cases outdoors, this year-long companion will be gone.
Connecticut stands that if you're outside, you've been vaccinated, just like Joe Biden said, you don't need to wear the mask.
And with that, our state's mask mandate has been adjusted. For many, it's liberating.
It's nice to be able to go out in public. Granted, busy places, I might still throw it on.
Jonathan Casson has the right idea because there will be certain occasions where it will still need to be worn.
Shopping market, I take my son to sports and things like that, things like that. I'm okay with the mask there, but out and about, I think it's okay.
We're seeing states across the country adopt the CDC's recommendation to drop masks outdoors because 43% of the country have received their first dose of the vaccine. On top of that, studies show virus transmission in open air is rare.
Any change is hard. It was hard to put it on the first time. It'll be tough to start taking it off, but I think, people with time will get used to it again.
Kyle Matthews supports dropping the masks outside, but he touches on a real psychological issue that many will be facing. Many have grown to view the mask as a security blanket, and Professor Melissa Whitson from University of New Haven says we shouldn't be surprised to see people keep it on.
There's going to be this sense of anxiety and sense of, I feel very vulnerable or naked or something, like I'm missing something because we've had to do it for so long.
In fact, on this very night in West Hartford Center, we saw the majority of people outside wearing masks.
It'll be more about, the associated anxiety of perhaps not feeling safe or not knowing what others' vaccine status is.
If you're wrestling with angst, her advice is to trust the same science that got you to trust the mask and ease back into a maskless lifestyle.
Find situations where it feels more comfortable, and eventually it will feel more comfortable and you'll feel a little bit more at ease.
Now, Professor Whitson says one thing we don't want to do is mask shame, and we saw this go both ways during the pandemic. We don't want to harass someone for wearing a mask outside because we don't know their health background, and similarly, we don't want to harass someone for not wearing a mask outside as well. That is the latest. Live here in West Hartford, Matthew Campbell, Channel 3 News.